Hello everybody, it's William here. So let's continue our journey of sculpting. So this finger still lacking something, and I think you already got that. It's fingernail. So we're going to use a mask to make our fingernail. So let's try to do that. Okay, so the mask, and what I'm going to do is to starting from maybe a finger here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to mask the area here, and I'm going to set the strength to the full strength because that require me to have a full strength the area. Okay, and let me just squish this part inside a little bit. Okay, because I already got the mask on, so I got nothing to worry about. I push it inside, and then we can add a little bit detail of the fingernail. So if you think about it, you look at your own fingernail, and in fact the fingernail is not actually extrude outside, but rather it's kind of a single inside, and the area around it is actually above this mask area. So what I'm going to do is to make the rest of it bulge a little bit. So I'm going to inflate that, make it smaller, make a strength, and I'm going to make the surrounding places a little bit bulged up. Okay, and you don't need to do too much at the front because we're going to deal with the front here. I think that's about it. Okay, if you feel pretty hard to change it, you need to remesh it. Okay, and we got this sort of basic surrounding area of the fingernail. And the fingernail can actually change the characteristic of your character. Okay, remember what I'm sculpting right now, let me just show you guys. Okay, is a sort of devilish guy here. So it's a devilish bad guy. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is to make a sort of a beastie sharp fingernail. So let's do a normal fingernail first and then change that a little bit to a beastie fingernail. So remember that we can use Control I to invert the mask. Okay, so we select the fingernail, but right now we do not have the axis here. So let me use mask, and let me put the let me use sculpt and set pivot, sorry, to the mask border. Okay, and no mask border, it should be sorry, sculpt, set pivot to the on mask, active resist origin. Yeah, on mask. Oh, pretty strange. Where is it? Okay, sorry guys. I found out the reason why you can't see this pivot is that I choose inflate, so I'm going to move it. I'm choosing another functionality that requires you to use the axis, so you can see this set pivot to unmask here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to move it out a little bit, move it out a little bit, move it down. Okay, so get a, you don't need to be pretty precise, just a approximation of things. and Control R to remesh, because I already can see the little bit stretch here. So if you like to do a normal fingernail, you might not just push it in, something like that. It will be good. But our devilish character will get a pretty prominent extrusion. So what I'm going to do is to get a pretty sharp nail and maybe scale that a little bit, okay? It's already pretty decent, and you can remesh that, and you can go back to sculpt mode, especially if you like more changes to that, because you can use even the hook or the grab brush. Now let me just use grab brush. We don't want anything too crazy about that. Okay, so we can just grab a point and say, because the fingernail can get pretty curved when you got it pretty long, so you get something like that, and you can get a pretty sharp feeling. Let me use this pinch. Okay, so first let me just smooth the edges. Smooth the edges. And I believe that we can pinch this area just to make it pretty sharp at the end of it, and use this to push the rest of the things that we don't want inside. Let me just remesh. And smooth the edges. Okay, something like that. And you got a pretty sharp nail like this. And once you are satisfied, you remesh and Alt and M to get rid of all that. Okay, and I think this part already bulged a lot, so maybe it's time to push in, because I think that's a big stretch. And then smooth it out. And of course you can use inflate to get the rest of the area out a little bit. If you think inflate is not good, you can use this one. You can get a approximately same effect as inflate. Okay, just to get a basic idea of a bulginess, and you can smooth it out, something like that. And you can use to carve to get the left, right, a pretty clear and defined indication of the cutting point that you are talking about. Smooth it. Yeah, you got the idea. Okay, I think I still need to cut it Just don't think they got a lot of polygon for me to work from. Okay, so okay, you got the idea. You got a pretty sharp fingernail here, and of course you can use the same methods to extrude every other parts. Okay, so I'm going to do it quickly. Maybe just this devilish sharp fingernail. The rest is normal one. Okay, so let me get the mask. Where's my mask one? Okay. Because I like to increase the efficiency, so I'm going to do that all at once. Because normally we treat the thumb, finger, nail separately, because it's not the same direction, but all the rest of fingernail is the same direction. So we can just quickly do that. Okay, so let me use this inflate to quickly get rest. Rest inflate up. Pretty weird, I did not get this inflated. Maybe use this one. Just quickly use this one, okay? The reason I did not do the inflation of the front is that because I'm going to extrude it out, so it's not necessary. Okay, just the basic inflation here, and once it's done, remesh, Ctrl R, and Ctrl I, invert it, get it out a little bit, and move it. In order to move and set the pivot to a mask, and you can just sort of drag it out. Do drag it down a little bit. Don't want anything too crazy. I think you just need to drag it out a little bit, tiny bit. Okay. Just a normal one. Let me use the extrusion a little bit. Got it down. Okay, and remesh this because I can see a little bit stretch here already. Yeah, this definitely need to get it down. Of course, I can change the verses and change direction altogether, but I'm a little bit lazy. I just adjust that and just eyeball it. I think that would be quicker remesh because I see the stretching. Go here, drag it down, maybe drag it back a little bit. Okay, it's already pretty good. Unless you want to do this crazy sharp one, you can just leave it here because it's already pretty good. Let me remesh it, and you can smooth it out because right now it's not so smooth. You can smooth it out. If you want it sharp, you can smooth and make it sharp. Something like that, okay? Use a pretty big strength here. So do remesh. And of course you can make it grab. There's essentially millions of ways of doing that, okay? You can grab it out. You can use this move tool, and since we are sculpting, we are not doing this modeling using shortcut in Blender. You know, I also got a tutorial in Blender's modeling, but since we already sculpting, we can just quickly use our brush and sort of tool to change that. So yeah, I think that's too much. That's too much. Okay, maybe that's good. And if you're satisfied with it, you can just alter them, just get rid of it and smooth everything out. This time I'm going to get it small, get strength, not so much. Don't forget you can't do too much of it, so the edges need to be shown. Okay, so you can just carve the edges out. Okay, that's too much. Slight cut. So it's like the bulginess and a carve and the edge. So it's if you do that, it's a little bit combination of these two. Okay. And of course, if you want to do something even more precise, you can get different material. You can separate that, but that's extremely time consuming. Okay. For now, it's pretty decent for a low poly model. Because if you just get all the poly down, yeah, it's pretty decent. But high poly definitely not good enough. You need to tweak here and there. Right, change the shape, change the sharpness. Right, something like that. You may need to fine tuning all this. I think maybe just grab it and push it inside. Let's just grab it because I'm not too satisfied with the fingernail. and we can inflate it. I'm lazy, I'm just grab it. We just curve it down a little bit. I think I already got tons of poly for me to work, so maybe just hire it out bit by bit. And you can even just curve it a little bit. Alright, so, and you can push the rest of this cutting point inside, because you need to get a sort of a separation of fingernail. And quickest way, of course, carve. Let me remesh that. I think it's already pretty stretchy. Okay, and you can add more bulginess here. Let me manually do that, because the separation is still not good enough. Get this pushed inside a little bit. Okay, let's just leave it here. Okay, it's already a pretty menacing fingernail, and of course you want to do something crazy, you can do something like that. You can just get a pretty weird fingernail, something like that. We got a monster that a fingernail like this, you can do that. Of course, you better save it first, okay? And you can do something like that. Of course, I see a lot of design in a sort of a dystopia world that everything's corrupted, something like that, and they just get everything deformed. And yeah, you of course can do that. Yeah, I think that's about it. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my video if you think my video is helpful. Okay, so my name is William, and see you in the next video.